guys, that was a epic failure on my part. I had Claude Code switch gears and it completely shut it down. Okay, so on screen you see Claude Code over here, and you see OBS. What I wanted to do before I was cut off, I was in the middle of talking and I had a pretty good idea, was I'm going to act as if I am Neo in the Matrix. Okay? I have no superpowers. Okay? So we need to kind of free our mind. So normally, I'm 38 years old. I grew up in an era where early stage technology was essentially, you started from like DOS, which was command line interfacing, and then Windows came out, and Windows, which is called essentially user interface or graphical user interface, became the standard norm for interfacing with computers and technology. Okay, so you have the software side that developers handle, okay, and then they give you a nice little application, which was always graphical centric, buttons, settings, all these things to make users be able to interface with it, right? So the software capability was always there. What we're doing is, I believe we're in a new kind of paradigm. All right, I'm back. Don't go nowhere. I had to call my wife. Okay, so the idea behind all of this is that we're gonna test to see the limits. So if you've been following the AI trends, you probably heard this thing called vibe coding, and I am completely not a fan of the term. Vibe coding implies that you're a developer and you're just hanging out and you're talking to the agentic processes and it's producing the code that you want. It doesn't make it act, it still doesn't, it extrapolates a layer and it prevents normal, regular person interfacing. Okay. The way I like to think of this is I'm Master Chief from Halo or Tony Stark, where they're both talking and verbalizing to a AI, and the AI has the full technical capacity to handle technology. Okay, Neo in the Matrix is the same kind of profile, right? Neo, when he's in the Matrix and he's plugged in, has the ability to power project and manipulate internally, and so he presents and visually like looks like he has superpowers. The people that have been unplugged have the ability to load into their mind superpowers, right? Neo goes through this process of educating himself on how to fight, right? And it happens very fast because they're literally loading in the technical know-how. Okay, this is very, very doable today, and I don't think people realize it. So what we're going to do is showcase some superpowers. So normally, if I was a streamer or someone, and let's say I was brand new to streaming, right? All this stuff and all this software you see, I would have to figure out how to manage plugins, set up chats, handle all the settings manually by moving around and clicking these buttons. All right. So what I've been doing for the last 2 minutes is I've been holding my WhisperFlow hotkey and I've been recording what I've been saying. And so this little bit is going to go over here to Claude Code. It's going to process what I just said. And what we're going to do is we're going to run a little thought experiment. Okay. I don't know the necessary output, but follow along with me and we're going to play around. Okay. My goal here is to make a cooler OBS stream. I want this up above. I want this chat stream to be probably a WebSocket somewhere on screen. I want to clean up this window right here. I'm in a block. I don't think it's kind of cool. I think it would be better to either have a invisible background applied or just kind of a circle. And it would be kind of cool if there was an automation that said, hey, this circle is covering up something that he's talking about on screen. And so it automatically moved me. We're going to test that, see if that's doable. I don't even know what my audio quality looks like. Right now, I've been talking and my Mac capture's going. Here's my audio for this microphone right here in front of me. It's probably garbage. I don't know. I don't know what the sound quality. Maybe you hear my dogs barking or the lawnmowers or something. I would like it to be kind of a little bit more cooler, crisper sounding. Maybe clean out my nasally sound. My phone, I just got hired on as a sub. So I got just hired on as a sub and my phone's just blowing up. So, first injection. Let's see what happens. So Claude Code's going to be processing what I've just been talking about for a couple minutes. Right now it's quantumizing. One thing I did prior to starting this is I actually did a pre-setup on Claude Code before doing this. So there's a little thing called a WebSocket. So tools, WebSocket. And it walked me through this. And it's not going to do it. All right. So it's the WebSocket utility allows the terminal to configure with the live stream and this software specifically. So it just wrote a script. Let's see what it's going to do. I give it permission to run it. It's going to go screen share, scenes. It's thinking through a bunch of stuff. Let's see what happens. What I'm about to do live: audio cleanup, add noise suppression, noise gate, and compression filters to the Samsung mic. It's gonna go through that. It's going to webcam shape. There's a explore the circular crop, and then layout improvements. It's starting with the audio. So I'm just gonna kind of talk through. I wish I could blow this up more, but we're just here. Look, I'm not coding nothing. My hands are here. So right now it's cleaning. I think it's attempting to clean up audio. Derek, say something and see if you can hear the difference. The stream should sound cleaner now. For the nasally tone, OBS doesn't have a built-in barometric EQ, but if you have the Reaper plugin installed free, I can load re-EQ as a VST filter and cut the blah 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 hertz range that causes nasal sound. Want me to check if those are installed? Next up, webcam circular. One thing I can't do is I don't have a audio output, so I have no way of monitoring audio stream quality. Let me see. I could probably do it on my phone. Just bear with me. On this stream, Claude Code, what time did we start doing audio stuff? So I can just kind of fast forward. All right, we're on. Hotkey. Right? This stuff and all this software you see. I would have how to Claude Code. Talking. Code's going to be all right, right now we're just monitoring to see if the audio's changed. Bear with me. This is the only way I know how to sign. I don't have my end. Starting this is I actually did a pre-setup Claude Code. So there's a little thing called a socket. So tool socket. And it walked me through this, and it's not going to do it. All right, so it's WebSocket utility allows the terminal to stream and this software. Just wrote a script. It's going to go share, scene, think stuff. See, it's right here. It's starting with the audio. It's gonna kind of talk through what it's here. Look, I'm not coding nothing. Hands are here. Right now it's I think it's attempting to Derek, say something and see if you can hear the difference. The stream. There's a explore the circular Samsung mic. It's going to webcam shape. There's a explore the circular. Yeah. It's starting with the audio. All right, I just kind of reviewed it. I think it did really kind of clean it up. I wasn't talking long enough to really notice anything drastic. I think it was a very soft and subtle change. So Claude, I think you did really good. I listened to the stream. I wasn't really talking enough to kind of really consistently hear. So I think you did a good job pre-configuring it. There's not a whole lot of outside noise around, and I think you probably lowered the upper threshold. So like prior to that little script that you ran, I think it lowered kind of the sound intensity a little bit, but it's very, very soft and hardly noticeable through my phone. So good work on that. Okay, let's play around with this, my webcam. So you look at so you're gonna have to go through, I think you gotta inventory what video sources we're utilizing and see how it's layered and overlaid on OBS. I know you could probably look it up. OBS incorporates web layers. Like they essentially take all these sources and then I think they programmatically kind of fuse everything together is the kind of process. That's why for the viewer, I'm able to switch between these scenes, talking head, and it's created a camera layer over. Think of it like podcast mode. I used to have images on these things. Share screen. So share screen, think of it like stack of paper. So my camera, right? If I were to change anything over here, it would be like, here's my camera overlay, move it to the back, and I would not see it no more, right? Because right behind here, I have my share screen. So share screen's that secondary, and on the small little element right here, you can see how small it is, over the big one, stacks of paper. That's how that's rendered visually. Okay, I just explained kind of the process of how the overlays on OBS work visually in the graphical user interface. Let's go ahead and play around. Tap into anything you need to. We're going to watch. Just make sure that double check and monitor. I don't want to lose video at all during this stream, and I ideally do not want to lose audio. So make sure those continue to function. We're live streaming right now, so I would assume while we're doing this function test that we don't want to epically fail and lose the host during this live stream. So